Oop. Hello, people. Howdy. How's it going?
Hello out there, everyone in internet land or
Land.
TV land. If you have you watching this on,
Yes, that'd be nostalgic. That'd be like the TV land from what do you call it? We're not trying to rip you off or nothing. I'm saying TV land.
Okay, non sequitur. Anyway, this is
Non sequitur.
the
Jim
and Dave.
That's me.
Well, I was doing you to do it. He's Dave. I'm Jim.
Yes.
This is the Jim and Dave beer review.
We have a beer review.
All right, take two. This is the
Jim
and Dave.
Beer
No,
review.
I do Dave.
You do Dave?
Yeah.
Cut to three.
Okay, this is the
Jim
and Dave beer
Beer
review.
review.
There we go. Only takes us 3 tries to do
Takes
something.
me a while.
Yeah.
I'm still.
Yeah, we're about as sharp as a banana. Dave,
Yes.
what beer are we reviewing tonight?
We are trying. It's called Molsen Golden Premier
Molsen
Beer.
Golden.
Yes, it's
Premier
a Canadian beer.
And let's see, back bacon and hosers. That's all I remember.
You hosers. You hosers.
We love people in Canada, mainly because they're
My favorite beer comes from
in
Canada.
Yeah.
I drink Labatt's beer as a regular thing because, well, they got this really cool
Good
thing
beer.
I said about in a can, 24-ounce cans, 12 of them for only $11.99.
So they got big cans in Canada.
That's under kind of.
Double entendre.
Yeah, and here comes our beer cat.
Here comes Puff, the beer cat. She
Puff,
likes
the
Canada.
beer cat.
She's kind of like almost like a snow cat because she's white and she's furry and you
She's
can imagine.
awesome. She's an awesome pussy.
An awesome cat, and she's loving Uncle Dave
Oh,
over there.
you sneezy on me now too.
And she sneezes
She
on you.
loves it. She heard that there was a beer review. She came down.
Absolutely. All right. So, Dave, do we have a bottle opener for these things?
Don't need them.
Oh, it's twist off.
Usually, I thought being such a good type of beer, it would be having the time you need to have, a beer opener. But
Now, is this different from regular Molson? Looks like it's a different
There's
label.
Molson Light. There's Molson. What kind of Molson is there?
So it says on here, this specially brewed for the unique flavor spelled the English way, I guess they prefer the English way in Canada, the unique flavor of an ale and a lager.
Molson
Premium
Coors.
beer.
Molsen Coors.
Or as they say, bière de qualité in France. Bon. Never seen with those big long French breads though, but maybe they have them in Canada. I don't
French
know.
bread. Food? What? I just ate. I can't eat any more food.
I'm always curious what the difference between what a French accent would sound like in Paris versus Quebec versus, say, some remnant in New Orleans, perhaps, which was originally a French colony, for those of you who don't know. All right, let's
Trying to find the.
You got a cat in your lap, I'll pour for you.
Yes, you're
We have
allowed
a
to
rule.
do whatever you want when you have a cat in your lap.
And you got a cat in your lap, you don't have to get up. Although some people I know don't necessarily agree with that rule, but I've been honoring that pretty much my entire life.
Me too.
There you go, buddy.
Brand of beer.
Put that up so you guys don't forget what we're drinking here.
I think I'm at the wrong place.
No, this is the Jim and Dave beer review.
No, I mean the wrong website.
Oh. Having a hard time finding the data? Well,
Yeah,
you know,
it says
this
Molsen
is...
Golden here, but it's different. It's I go to Molsen Coor. It says Molsen Golden.
Did they merge?
Maybe because it's like it says Coors on here. That's weird.
Well, Coors, I remember drinking Coors a few times in my life. Don't really recall what it tasted like. I remember Coors Light was very watery, but it seemed like a good beer to pound on
Molsen
hot
Golden,
days.
but they show this here in a can.
Can. Is it the same color, like the red maple leaf and the golden label? Because I always thought it was a white label back in the day, but
Molsen Coors.
maybe it's regular Molson, I don't know.
Brands.
Hello,
What's your brands? Brand site.
The cat gave me. She is the beer cat. All right.
Wait a minute. Let's just do this.
Oh.
Molsen Golden website.
As the clock keeps on ticking, we're 45 seconds in this, 4 minutes and 45 seconds in here.
We're fine. Yeah.
Gotta edit it down. Gotta get rid of those first initial
Well,
takes.
once you decide to, you get the time to do the right thing with our website thing, whatever, it will be awesome, man.
It'd be awesome if you had to shake your head and have fluid go everywhere. Hope they didn't get in my beer.
There's Molson Canadian.
Molson Canadian. Ah, that's probably the one.
That's the one I brought over last week, but because we had all the Chinese beer, we didn't bring it over, and I ended up drinking half the case already.
Well, you can still. You could probably come over to review.
Could have done that. I still can. I can bring one over next week.
Oh, there you go. Save a couple.
Yeah.
Hello, Puff.
So it says here,
This is a show.
Molsen Golden.
Hey, bud. That's right.
Careers. I'd like to have a career tasting beer. Drinking beer and just drinking beer. Like all day long, just drink beer.
All right.
Well, I'm having a problem with this. Apparently it's 5.0 alcohol content. It probably goes good with about anything because beer, well, really, I mean, I like beer with just about anything.
Yeah. Well, let's see. For food pairings for Canadian, what do they people eat in Canada? Same as Americans, right?
Bacon.
I know they have Canadian bacon.
Bacon and
They
syrup.
put down Egg McMuffins.
Syrup.
Maple syrup, because they have a maple leaf on their flag, so you think they like maple syrup.
Yeah, it's just like the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I don't know about beer and maple syrup. Did we ever have a maple beer?
No,
No.
not yet. But I'm looking at the color here, and it looks like a regular type of beer.
Standard beer color, I'd say. Golden.
And
Very
Molson
clear.
is a very well-known Canadian beer. I
Absolutely.
used to drink this kind of stuff, this and Labatt's, and when I was watching hockey back in the 90s and the early 2000s. I used to watch a lot of hockey. We would sit there and drink Canadian beer. And
Let's do a little sniff then. Good color, though. Clear.
it smells like a good beer.
Actually, it kind of smells like the last beer we reviewed, which was Qingdao.
Qingdao.
Not a whole lot difference.
Qingdao.
So is it possible that some of these mass-produced beers sort of have the same sort of recipe for quality?
I love the puff. She's just like, I'm the cat. I walk where I want you.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep. If anything, this should be a good cat video. Yes, look at that. Gotta brush her. She needs brushing. Look at that.
She's
Got a good puff.
awesome. You're awesome. You're so
She hasn't knocked
awesome.
over any of the balls yet.
No,
You gotta admit
very
that's
good.
pretty
She's
good.
very balanced.
Very balanced. Good
Yeah,
cat.
puff.
Very good puff. 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 Hey, butt.
Yeah, but. Anyway, so you ready to have a taste?
Let's have a sniff first.
Okay.
Or we already did that.
Yes, I'll do
Okay,
it again.
sorry.
It smells like beer.
Sorry, we're a little off tonight. So I had some emotional stress earlier in the day. Nothing you guys need to worry about.
We're all good to go.
Dave's always good but he's had a rough week. He was out of power for almost 3 days.
He's 53 hours, and it was like 46 degrees inside my house. I had 5 blankets on and my regular blankets, and it was like my toes were like numb and aching.
So on that note, we'll say if you go to the redcross.org, I think it is, and there's always people who need help, and Red Cross is probably a very good organization to give to because they will put their funds where it needs to go.
I felt bad for the animals is what I felt bad for. I mean, my mom lost a couple fish, and we had to take the birds to my father's apartment.
Where did she put them?
What? The birds?
The fish.
The birds, the fish died.
Oh, lost them.
3 or 4
Sorry.
of them died. A couple
was
actually
insensitive.
lived. A couple actually lived.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, well.
And they get this ick thing, and then they die. Because the weather temperature goes up and down, it shocks them. And they're like, what the heck? And
Yeah, we're tropical fish. We don't need this Arctic stuff. Oh,
they're
sorry to
not
hear
tropical. They're just regular. No, yeah, it's tropical, right? Fresh water, salt water is different. They're the ones with you know, like
most of the
like
ones I think
Nemo.
you get are from some other place than here.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. That's
My
where
mom loves her fish.
All right. Well, cheers,
Ready?
buddy.
Cheers.
Here's our friends in Canada.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I give this an 8.5.
This is a very crisp beer. Goes
Yes.
down easy.
I like it.
I
But
think,
I had a few.
yeah, I think you just gave it a very accurate number because, well, it reminds me of a very standard beer. I don't think it's got quite the character of the Qingdao
No.
that we did last
That
week.
was a little bit more
More of a lager.
crisper. Yeah, and
Crisper,
it
yeah,
was
good word.
I like the taste a little bit better actually.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one I gave it a 9, I think actually.
This has the, it's so clear. I almost wonder if they do that, whatever that chemical process is to make the beer clear.
They
And,
do
you
that
know,
with Budweiser.
yeah.
Budweiser.
And I understand there's a reason for it, and there's
You got to quicken the aging process so you can get out there and people can drink it.
yeah, it's mass produced and all that. So I think 8 or 8.5 is probably a good number for me too. So
Yeah.
once again, Dave and I are in agreement on these.
Yes.
But you know, I was actually thinking, Dave, that we should probably get a system where, you know, there are so many beer categories. There's beers with fruit in it. There's lagers. There's you know, the pale ale.
Subcategorized.
Is it really fair for us to just have one numbering system for all beers? Or should we have categories and say, all right, this is the fruit beer category. This is the
Well, if you put
lager
some neat
category.
graphics and stuff like that, you could like, you know, once we say 8.5, you could have a little blue meter come up saying that's the kind for fruity beer,
Right.
or that's the kind for lager beer, or that's the kind for APA beer.
So let me put it to you, our audience. Do you think we should have our... Because perhaps
All five
what we've been
of
doing
it.
is I've been saying like Samuel Adams or Samuel
The guy
Adams
from
Winter
Texas.
Lager's my 10. Say a Samuel Adams Wheat was my 1. Dave's 1 was a Budweiser. And that's generally the thing we've been using. But is it possible that for a fruit beer category, there is a different standard? Like, for instance, maybe this is the best fruit beer we had. Like, say it was one of the blueberries. What if that was the best we ever had? Should that be our 10 for the fruit category? And then say something like the apricot, maybe down at the 1, not even entering in like the Budweiser or any other beer that we've not cared too much
is
for.
like there.
So let us know what you think. Put a comment below. If we have to get a new system in, we will. I was thinking that one of the things we should maybe do is for those categories, what we'll do is we'll have a hunt for the 10 and unfortunately a search for the 1 as well. And so what we do is we probably create a system of this beer versus this beer, which is better.
For that? Do we get dressed up for that?
Absolutely. I was thinking about wearing a black T-shirt.
I was thinking about wearing commando stuff with the hat. You know, commando hat.
Ooh, that's good. Or we can do it digitally. But anyway, let us know what you think. So
that
anyway,
would be even cooler. Digitally. Yeah.
so this is more of a generic episode, but Molson, very good. Obviously, it's got a bit of a corporate sort of mass-produced kind of
Yeah, 'cause a
thing
lot of
going
people
on there.
sugar.
It doesn't have necessarily the
And it's
character.
reasonably affordable.
Reasonably affordable, which is always
It's like
good.
$22 a case. That's, you know, a lot of the beers a lot of cases we try with the different beers in it, they're like
Yeah,
35 to
let's
50
face it.
bucks.
Those beers, they do charge a premium. We understand they're smaller, they cost more, and they do have a very distinct flavor.
yeah.
But you know, we've always gone just by taste. We don't necessarily take into account how much it costs and what the target market is.
Now.
We are just, but we do think about stuff like that in this economy. Thank you very much for the people who run our economy.
Yes.
Not say it's all that bad, but anyway. So, with all that consideration, I think my final number for this beer will be an 8. Dave's was an 8.5. I was going to give it an 8.5, but I'm like, well, no, it's...
There's that whole 0.5 a difference there. What was that, a little tangy for you? Is that why you didn't give it 0.5?
Well, let's see here. Let's see. All right, maybe I'll stay at 8.5. I'm very...
Bingo!
I'm pretty flexible. It's pretty good. Yeah, maybe it should be an 8. I'm feeling very
He can do whatever he wants to do.
ambivalent tonight.
He's had a bad day, people.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everybody gets bad days. What we got to do is pour us
Well,
our,
you know,
our bootstraps or sneaker
bootstraps.
straps.
Well, you know, the truth is that compared to other people in the world, I count my blessings. I'm actually doing pretty good. I only lost my power for about 9 hours during the ice storm. And, you know, it's winter time and I'm wearing a T-shirt.
You didn't lose it for more than a day?
Nope.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, I did get lucky. It was actually out at 4 in the morning, was out, came back for 2 hours, and then went out again. But this neighborhood doesn't have any telephone poles.
You have all your stuff underneath the ground.
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably above ground coming here, though, because we had somebody take out a telephone pole over by the Methacton High School, and it went out from there until that went back. So, you know, what you got. Doesn't do you any good if the lines coming in your house are above ground. So,
True.
But anyway, this has been the Jimm and Dave review.
This is for the guy in Texas, you creep.
Yeah, we got someone called us effing retards. And,
Well, that's
hey,
okay.
you shouldn't say retard because
Yes,
they
that's
are
not a very good political
mentally
type,
challenged.
politically type correct word there.
exactly.
Should never
But
make fun of
anyway,
people.
he's entitled to his opinion because we were being jackasses in terms of.
But you know what? That makes the news.
Yeah, we're just having fun, dude. Don't take it personal. But anyway, leave a comment if you so care to. And this is Jimm and Dave Beer Review.
Peace out.
Say goodbye, Dave.
Bye, Dave. Thank you. Thank you very much.